This is a conversation on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. My guest, Mr. Aderemi, Tolulope Aderemi, a partner at Pechstone Grace LP, and Comrade Ekundayo Benga, who is the chairman, Lagos chapter of the Trade Union Congress. He's also an expert in oil and gas. That's the field where he operates. Let's come to the studio, Mr. Aderemi. Subsidy, facing the facts, taking the bull by the horn. 2023. With the introduction of NNPC, who pays subsidies for us now? And are we going to be able to sustain this, particularly knowing that the liabilities and the assets, or the assets rather, will be completely done away with by next year, hopefully?
Thank you, Kayode. The sad truth, and I'm happy that I'm neither a labor man or I'm a government official. I'm a private sector player, so I will say it as it is. The sad truth is subsidies would likely find its way into the budget of 2023. And I say so because I listened to the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and Planning at one MTEF meeting that was I think 2 days ago.
Yes.
And that conversation was hard. And she made it abundantly clear, that it is something government is considering. Now, as to whether it is NNPC Limited would have an input in it, absolutely none. NNPC Limited has no input in it if they perform their roles very well. So all NNPC Limited is to do now is to generate money for its shareholders. Its shareholders are the two ministers or two ministries that I have referenced. Now, matters of subsidy, it's a policy issue.
Okay.
And so before that decision is taken, government will consider many things. Of course, this question of refining, what is the economic impact of it on ordinary Nigerians? If I were to remove it, today diesel is about 840 naira. Now, do we want petrol to get there? Today, petrol is being sold 175, 195. And the per capita income of an ordinary Nigerian, your guess is as good as mine. And so we will simply just impoverish Nigerians if government were to just remove subsidies that way. So it's a policy issue and we must leave government to deal with that. But let me tell you one part that we're all not looking at. Why is the price of PMS? So refining is one issue which government must deal with.
Yeah.
But why is the price going up? It's a question of dollar exchange. Because the landing cost of PMS into the country is the value of what we're buying. And so if we are able to stabilize our naira, and this takes me back to the Central Bank of Nigeria, which for whatever reason, nobody seems to be looking at. The gentleman at the helms of affairs of the CBN, I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. Because in any sensible and stable economy, there must be an alignment of your monetary policies and your fiscal policies. That is how you are able. Okonjo Iweala did this when she was coordinator of the economy. And so when you are able to match this together, then it begins to make sense. But it looks to me like the CBN is just focusing on its monetary policies. And I'm asking myself, who is dealing with our fiscal policies? How do you stabilize your economy? How do you stabilize your naira? And so if just with monetary policies you are making all these decisions, then we're in trouble. And nobody seems to be looking that direction. Unless we sort out that area, we're just going to be going around in circles. And if we don't, I'm not advocating anything, but what I'm advocating is a sensible alignment of those two policies. And if those who are there now cannot do it, then we can replace them and get people who understand it. Maximum, you can bring Okonjo back if she's able to act as consultant. How were they able to do it? Once naira is stabilized, today dollar is 650 naira to $1. We're in trouble. So if we keep complaining, everything, the country is dollarized. So production, I hear you, we must go back and produce, but you can only produce with a strong currency. The currency is extremely